Hey there, welcome to another edition of the Akashic Portal. I'm your host, Jen Duchene, JenDuchene.com, and I am using the Illuminating Journey cards for this week's reading. What do we need to know? August 10th through the 16th, 2020. So, we're just past the Lion's Gate. You may have felt it or known about it or not. I have found it to be the energy to be extremely strong in the last few days, so it's been really interesting. I've been feeling really tired in a good way, like, renewing, like my body's renewing. So it's really been pretty awesome. And I hope you've been having a positive impact over this. It really is important that we focus on how to grow into change. All the stuff that's happening is forcing us to become more of who we are in ways we haven't experimented with. Here it is, and we have to do it. So let's see what the cards have to share. So ask the question, and the first card is the 3. Wow, the Soul Portal 3 that hasn't been around for a while, but here it is. And this is very much, to me, is about this essence of kind of lifting up or rising our crown, our third eye, even our throat, this energy up into the light, into the discipline and the balance of the light, the harmony, where we have this triad that represents 3 aspects of the self. Whatever 3 that speaks to you. We are in a 3-month, universal 12-month, which adds up to a 3 August, which was 2020 is a 4-year plus 8, I guess that's 12. So fascinating that this card is showing up for the second week in April. Just allowing ourselves to kind of rise into the light of being who we are, accepting that all things exist, the things that we may think are imagination or not possible, as well as everything we're looking at. It's all in the pool of possibility. It's all in the pool of reality. It's there. It's open to us. I love the sense of this figure where you think about it being you, rising into the light, feeling that crowning, that energy coming through, that is opening your mind, opening your head, opening your throat and your hearts, really giving you a sense of creative, playful, joyous, I am energy. This is who I am. This is what I am connected to. This is what is speaking through me. So just allowing that energy to be vital and vibrant and incredibly magical, right? This opportunity to feel the fire, the rose, the energy of the rose coming up. Again, I think last time we had, for the month of August, we had a lot of rose energy. So here, the rose again, the energy of the rose petals floating through this idea of the initiation of life, the light that sparks, the code that awakens us to this essence of who we are. Feels very vibrant and playful and possible, this idea of just like opening our hearts, opening our beings to kind of stepping into a place where we're definitely just feeling ourselves moving with the energy as opposed to trying to push ourselves somewhere or become something that we don't know how to. Card number 2, so very interesting. We start off with the greens and yellows with the number 3, very joyful, very expansive, this idea of being willing to shift into a new dimension of ourselves, right? We're not leaving the earth, we're just becoming different on the earth, recognizing all levels of things, including unicorns. And then we have this card, which has the same colors, the greens and yellows, and this is one of the tools. And in this deck, we have 5 tools. And the tools are what help us move beyond or move us out of the stickiness, out of the resistance. Like, how do we get to this place? And I love that the message here is the magic bean. We arrive here in this place of surrender, opening to the curiosity of being who we are, in wonder, in joy, even though not everything that's happening is joyful, right? Not everything feels happy. Some of it sucks, it's hard, it takes work to change habits. And yet we're being given the magic bean. I know this showed up before, but I just love that this is the energy, the magic bean, that essence of the light that allows us to see what we haven't seen, and perhaps to take things that we consider useless or not wanted, needed, that show up. And how do we take those things that are showing up and using them like a magic bean? How do we plant them, throw them into the ground, and let them show us what is possible? I don't know if you can hear the signaling in the background. It's so cute. Thinking this is a reminder, magic bean, right? This idea that we are, there it goes again, the twinkling of that's the washing machine. But I love how sounds just fall into place, just exactly in the right moment to remind us this is the sparkle of the magic bean, inviting us to connect with what's around us in a whole different way, as opposed to being rigid. That's not what I want. That isn't what I ordered. That's not what I like. Going, here's something, right? Maybe this isn't what I ordered, but what can I do with this? How can I turn this, what might seem like a negative, into something positive? How can I create magic with what's happening? And what's the third card is this one, which I feel like has shown up before, but I'm not sure if it was in the last reading, the 16. This card is such a deep card. It is a card that demands a lot from us. And you can see how, even though the colors are similar, they go deeper and darker. The sense of facing the kind of action, the things we need to do in order to commit to this place we are in life. What is necessary? What is it that needs to be done? What are we committing to, really? We're facing something. We're facing the energy of our more masculine side, the doer. You know, this side here, if you think about the first card, I just love when you see these two together, because this is kind of this idea of coming into your intuitive self, the imagination, the expanse of knowing. And then this is where you commit to the journey, going deeper and deeper into the knowledge of self, deeper and deeper into the actions that are needed in order to feel aligned. And so really is interesting that we have this here as the tool. How do we go from here to here, from the imagination and that kind of expansive opening ourselves to recognizing there are things we have to commit to, there are things we're going to have to do now that are different from what we've done before. There's a sense of just being, you know, kind of connecting, that energy, that vibrancy of lightning striking, connecting us. We're in the body of the deep caves. There's water. There's this electric energy that's calling us to show up and to do things, kind of fulfill our mission, fulfill whatever it is that feels that's missing for us in order to go into this new time. Remember when I started, I talked about this idea of we're in a very challenging time, in the fact that things aren't going to go back to the way they were. So we could spend a lot of time thinking about, I just want to go back there, or kind of sliding backwards, slipping, trying to grab back, going back, or we can go, this is a new adventure. this is the place I want to be. I want to expand and understand what's happening on a much higher level. I want to be able to use this tool that allows me to see what I haven't seen, or to actually activate the things I have seen that I haven't, and make this deep commitment to my journey, to myself, in terms of how I need to show up. What are the actions I need to take so I can move through this time, so I can activate my intuition. So 16 is a number of intuition. It's a very high level of intuition that's coming in, this energy of knowing who we are, this understanding of moving beyond what is being, beyond the like layers. We're moving into the core, the crystalline energy of who we are, and that's what's calling us to be here now, to be present, to take this difficult journey, to do hard things and do them willingly. Remembering what I was saying about this, the magic being, it's all about using what we have to help us move from this space of imagination and awareness and expanse, that incredible joy of initiation, into using what's around us, the magic of what's in our daily lives, to strengthen our core so we can take this journey that we're taking right now. Yeah. We're going through this experience so we can use the tools we have, we can open and acknowledge and willingly become co-players in this experience, or we can sit out and hope nothing's going to happen. But this is a very intense time we're in, hugely changing. In fact, next week will be even more change, because there's a lot of energies that are moving through us that are changing our world, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, all of those things. We are going to be shocked, we're going to be stirred, we're going to be shoved into new places. And so this is the energy we need to come to this experience with, knowing that we have the expansion of connecting to the divine within us. We're lighting that spark within us. We are bringing magic beams to all that surrounds us. How are we working with the knowledge that is, the experiences we're having, the names, the labeling we're putting on it? We are doing this. We're using this to shift our perception about what we're experiencing, and using those tools to help us move through this time, knowing we're committing to this time. We are agreeing to this journey. We're going forward, working together with the energy of the divine, working in unison with the energy of who we are, recognizing all things that are available to us. This is this week's reading. Feels incredibly potent, powerful, empowering. There's just this immense energy that's opening. It's like this portal that is opening, that is allowing us to release some of the things that we've been believing, holding on to, hoping for, just being stuck by. And it's all being swept away. We're creating a new way of being. So powerful. I'm wishing you an incredible week. I'm always here if you have questions. And I'd love to hear what you think. Did you see something I didn't say? How did it feel from the cards that came up? Share with me your thoughts. Know you are loved, deeply appreciated. Whatever you can do to be who you are in this time is so potently helpful to yourself and to all of us. As we step into more of being who we are, we allow others to be who they are. So if you want to have a reading, any of those things, all the links are below. I am getting geared up to start sharing a new class I'm going to be teaching, bringing people into my membership. So pay attention, stay tuned if you're interested. It's coming up. This is a time for us all to begin to know ourselves in new ways and to link arms and hands in new ways, because even though it feels like we're doing this alone, we can help each other together. Till next time.